Does anybody want an agenda?
Follow this agenda or follow Mike's suggestion, go by who was.
Well, that was for the invoice piles. I just,
It's up to you, however you want to do it next time.
that was just for the invoice, not the order of the meeting. I was just trying to keep it in the file for, in,
So you're trying to think. I'm gonna think.
You could do it that way, doesn't Bill Willer, do it full cover, you know.
I think
Because Will is the
invoice.
Sim- my thinking is that since you have a guest, you would let them present. Just saying.
But I think your father is Bill.
I need to,
Bill Sentley?
um, I told Patrick,
Patrick's name.
I think if you hit the three buttons. you can
I'm
have-
here.
Oh, good. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
he sounds hoarse.
Yeah, you got something going. Okay, good.
Thank you for trying. I thought I had to move him.
Like, as a participant, I think he's already locked in, so.
Sorry.
I'm here. I see you guys. I can hear you.
So you don't.
Oh, promote to panelist. See,
Yeah.
I knew there was a little caveat about,
Still hear us, Patrick?
and he's going to rejoin as a panelist. That's,
Oh, it does.
I have to give him permission. He has to say he wants to. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, I just had to
Yeah,
click so
everyone's
it joins
panelist.
panelist.
Yes, I appreciate that. And, leave that up in case someone else joins. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
First thing, approval of the epistle for the October 9th meeting. 7 pages minutes for an hour. Minutes. Very good. Second one. Second.
There's correction. You do the minutes, if you're gonna approve the minutes, you do the minute corrections while you're doing the minutes. As
Yeah. It's control that caught. One correction, page 5, first line. Word spectrographic doesn't have an S. That's where it was. So. Write the S from the second. We need a motion, the approval of the redone minutes. Second. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay. Audience of citizens. Funny going backwards.
Who's Stephen?
I think he's from All Seasons, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. It's not on there.
Uh,
Oh, now it is, okay.
He's all seasons construction.
I got a lot fun and Steve in a road trip. All right, now it comes. Rochelle,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
you're very welcome. 240 Kensington Road up.
240 Kensington Road, I'll start with 40 Kensington Road, project one for Berlin Police. I do not have any final application for payment from Millennium. They're still working through their punch list items, and we're still owed a lot of money. But we're waiting until everything's done.
Okay. You're in the end?
As far as 240 Kensington Road Project Two, we are in design right now for that, anticipating that to go out to bid early 2026. And as far as that project is concerned, there has been a request to modify the scope to include window replacement. It's never part of the original budget, and they had brought up the fact that some of those windows are failing. They're old, they're original windows to the building. They're mahogany windows. We're not gonna replace them with mahogany if they get replaced. We will replace them with an aluminum product. But it will increase the cost of the project. By how much? I don't have an estimate, but what I can propose to the commission is we will include it within our scope of work at no additional cost to our design fee. We can bid it as an alternate, and then you'll know what the price is. And then you'll have an opportunity to say, do you want to replace the windows or not?
There we gotta go back to that council and that.
Yeah.
so. Thank you, that's a good idea.
So it'll get you the answer that you need. We'll put it out to bid with an alternate for windows. I don't think anybody has the appetite to replace them with mahogany windows. I think that was good when the building was first built, but
Well, considering these windows are going, other ones are 50 years old. How soon these other ones go, I already thought it. It's similar.
the whole building is gonna need it sometime. And I think there's parts and pieces that are failing on the windows that are in the rest of the building. But if we're gonna inconvenience the police department and then later inconvenience them again to replace their windows, it might not be, it might be the right time to do it now for the police department. And we're only talking about those lower windows that affect the police department. We're not gonna continue that project for the whole
Those
building.
have to be a lot of energy savings.
It would be, it's better glazing, it'd be a tighter window. So if we're gonna get renovated space, now's the time I would think to even consider replacing those windows. Even though it wasn't part of the original scope, it's not that much of a lift for us to add that to our scope.
Yeah,
Is there anything, sorry,
say, it's gonna be what the price is.
is there anything else on the envelope that needs to be replaced at this point in time, or should be replaced?
We were not touching.
No, understood, I know. we
But I
weren't.
don't think, I think the answer is no.
Okay.
If you get to the roof project, the roof,
Yeah.
the roof place,
That's
it's all lower level.
Yeah.
There's really nothing on the exterior other than exterior.
so it just comes, the rest of windows for the rest of the town hall at some point.
Yeah, we're not.
As of project, correct, or something.
So if that's okay with the commission, that's the way we'll proceed with that project for Berlin, lower level. Still sticking with this building, the roof project is going very well. Steve is on the call. Steve is the contractor, all seasons construction. They're the ones doing the work. We had a meeting today. Doug, Mike, Frank, and building department to review all of the outstanding work that still has to be done. It's not 100%, but the shingles are 100%. Which it was, for me, it was great that you got all of that work done this year. That was a real win. The copper work is almost all complete. Steve said today he has about 2 more weeks of metalwork, and that's primarily some gutters, some downspouts, and you'll see the membrane hanging over the corners, on all the corners of the roof. Then there are about, you total them all up, there's 22 corners all around this whole building. And those get a copper corner on them. So he's getting all the copper corners pre-made. He had one made up, he was gonna fit it, see if it fits. Bring it back, and then they're gonna prefabricate all those off-site. Come and put the copper corners on, strip those in, and finish those off. Thing that we brought up today was deck replacement. We had in our contract 320 square feet of deck replacement. It was only there when we didn't know what was under the shingles, but we said that there's potential for some rotted deck, or some deck that's wet. Strip the roof off. Our allowance covered 10 sheets of plywood. They replaced 207 sheets of plywood. And there's 260 sheets of plywood, which is the change order. Now, we did have a unit price in the contract, so it was really easy to do the math. But it's $56,000 of deck replacement, and it was primarily on this wing and on the back side. It was not
Saw
so,
it from a window.
it was not good shape, was not good shape. So that was an unforeseen.
With that number of sheets, is there any economies of scale that they could give us for that? I mean, it's one thing if it's 10 to 20 to 30, but
Yeah.
200, just seems like perhaps there might be economies of scale there. Reasonable, if it makes sense. And
I
if
think
they're
the unit
agreeing.
price, we did look at the unit price, the unit price is fair, $6.72 a square foot for deck replacement. You compared that to the other bids that came in, it was a competitive number. He's on the line.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's as
You wanna ask?
as a 10 or 20 sheets, okay, but 200 sheets, okay, is there any economies of scale?
Steve, can you hear us?
He chose not to be a panelist. I
Oh.
can ask again.
Yeah, I didn't know. I apologize. I didn't know if I should be a panelist or what I should do. I'm folding. You guys are in a meeting. I'm folding laundry here in my bedroom.
That's okay.
So I didn't. They didn't even give me an option to turn my video on. But I didn't get the question per se. The gentleman. I heard he said something about 20, 30 sheets. But is there what because the amount of sheets that we replaced?
The question was, is there any economy of scale, any reduction? It's one thing to go 10 to 20 sheets, but 200 sheets, is there any overall savings that you could share with us, perhaps? Just asking the question.
I mean, we could always revisit that. I'd have to crunch the numbers and everything, and I mean, you guys have been very fair with us. I would like to be fair with you guys. It being a prevailing wage job, that's why the price of the deck replacement is so much. And like Brian said, when I saw the bids, we were right in the middle there with the guys for the price for replacement. But it's definitely something we could revise with the final pay app, and we could walk through and talk about it. I would definitely visit that. Yeah, because I mean, it does 270 is a lot of sheets, but those I mean, it's 300 something squares, so you got to figure that's like 1,000 sheets of plywood on the whole job. So it's about a third. But it still is a big number and it is a lot. But I would definitely talk with Brian and Doug about it and see what we could do to help you guys out.
Just ask a question. Thank you.
Yes.
Number just for the plywood, or does that include labor and installation?
Probably hold off on payment application number 2. That's in it, right?
But I would agree with Steve that we can always reconcile something on the bottom. If there's adjustment, There is another allowance that we did have in the contract for
Blocks.
block,
Yeah.
wood blocking. We had wood decking an allowance, we had wood blocking for an allowance. He's not used any of the wood blocking allowance. All of the blocking was the sound when they stripped everything off. It was just this heating or needed replacement. The blocking allowance only adds up to $600. So it's not that it's thousands of dollars in allowance.
Why?
I mean, we didn't anticipate a lot of.
No.
Sheathing, but as Pete said, it's about a third of the roof.
Yeah.
Got resheathed. And now you're good. I mean,
Nobody fell through.
No, it's just, for me, it's just asking a question. I appreciate the effort and glad they did it. It's time to do it.
Goes over the town council. $5 late. So we have to go back to council,
No matter what.
no matter what, well.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That-
yeah,
yeah.
but I can't imagine get that. Okay. But, hey, you gotta do it, or you're gonna, no choice.
And in 2 more weeks, he should have, and, you know, if he has the corners been made and comes back, he thinks it's about 2 more weeks. And he'll be at 100%. We made sure that he was gonna clean up the area. Doug did mention today that there's been very few complaints from staff or public coming and going with all of this work that had to be done. And, so that was the only hiccup, is what we found underneath. Any questions on the roof? Okay, I'm gonna proceed on to across the way at Peck Library. We are working with IES and Doug to do HVAC replacements. And this is under the grant, the steep grant the town received for re-roofing and HVAC improvements at the library. We're splitting that Peck Library into 2 projects. One's an HVAC project going to an HVAC contractor, and the other is gonna be a roofing project going to a roofing contractor. Both of those projects are gonna be bid in, early 2026. So the roof work won't start until April or later because of weather. There's no rush to get that in cold weather. So we're gonna bid the project, have a roofing contractor, put it onto their schedule so we can be first in the spring to get the library done. That's also under the grant requirements. To get that out to bid early 2026, we have to get it to the state probably in December next month. The state has to review the documents. They have to review it for compliance with grant requirements. They have to approve us to go out to bid. So I don't know how long the state's gonna take. I don't think it's wise to guess. But there is that process we have to go through. And so we're gonna just submit that when the bill's ready. IES is very close to being done with the HVAC drawing. And as part of the HVAC work, one of the units over there at the library has failed. AC unit 2. It has failed, so it can't wait. And really wants to get an order in to get that replaced. So what Doug is doing, and I'm not speaking for Doug, I mean right here, but we've given Doug the drawings for AC unit 2, AC2. I think that's in unit 2. You're gonna pre-purchase that unit at a train. And then when we put the project out to bid in early 2026, we're gonna instruct the contractor that the town will be delivering that unit to the contractor for them to install. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna speed up the install. We order it now, it'll be ready when we can sign a contract. They can immediately or soon after install all the other units. They're gonna have to order, and then there's gonna be a lead time. So it's just a way to get that unit here faster. So that's the only wrinkle in that. And I guess you're looking at whether that's gonna be purchased through the grant or not purchased through the grant, that one unit. Because it's gotta get there faster than the other.
The idea what that one unit will cost. It's not installed, just the cost of the unit. Instead of the 130,000, 100.
Well, that's the heat pump and the air handler, right? So 107, whatever. Like,
So there's a chance that that might not be included in the grant because.
I don't have an answer.
earlier.
I don't have an answer.
It's. Director councils. Director. With the grant funds, our local share. That's the 3 4 sort of concerns that Brian said, wait until it's the orders. All I'm saying is, you know how the state works, if they go out of order, some little guy named Ronald, gotta go. That's something we haven't emailed calling for the variant, and she was just double checking. But so that's what, that was, but I should play with the council. And good for just because the impact that's the children's library, library. You're not really gonna need cooling until when?
You're gonna need it in May in the shoulder season, but if you wait until we can go out to bid.
If we get it in May, if we get this thing, should be, or could be in by May, so we can get a contractor to.
Doing the way Doug Henry laid out, you will have it.
Yeah.
But any other scenario, you won't. And all they're gonna have to do is replace the other ones. So they're still working, they're still running, they're provided cooler. They'll swap it out when the new one comes in.
You take the position of the United States government or something.
We'll do a shutdown.
Yeah.
Okay, going to adjust the sheeting allowance for the.
I think it is. The library building.
we need to increase the contingency and allow for, go both, you know? But then Doug knows where the leak, it's leaking, and where it is. So we don't-
Really, nobody thought we were gonna need 270 sheets of plywood. $21.
If you would allow us for 1/3 of that square footage. Library.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Contract into a 10% on top of that.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, push. Exactly.
Because every time I was here in the rain, I saw water flowing off the library of the gutters, coming down, dripping, so I don't know if it backed up in the winter time, or leaks. There's a good chance that it's the same age, same material, that might happen, so. It's a good suggestion.
You were gonna get there.
All right. Anything else on the?
The last thing on the horizon is you have a proposal. Hopefully tonight for the flooring replacement. I know that Don had asked us to put something together for that for tonight. There's over 100,000 square feet of roof that, I mean, floor, flooring that has to be replaced. It's a lot of area, but as far as scope, we kind of looked at this as it's not that large as far as scope. It'll be larger as far as dollars than our fee represents. We did give you a fee, it carries interior design, and it carries architectural all the way through to oversee the installation. We have had conversations with WJ. They're the ones that did the testing of the concrete, the testing of the slabs. And the conversation that we had with them was, should more testing be done on the slabs? And that's the petrographic.
Spectrographic.
Petrograph.
Petro, it's petro.
Okay. The, WJE doesn't recommend that we do more testing. And I was the one, we had a long conversation about pros and cons of doing more testing. And their concern was you do more testing, you find more, and the testing that we were considering was microscopic testing of the top layer of the concrete. Are there any salts in there? Are there anything that's gonna prohibit the bond from the moisture mitigation layer? Because we're now taking responsibility for saying this is gonna work. And it's already failed once, so it leaves me a little nervous to say, oh, I'll take responsibility and do it the second time, it's gonna be fine. I wanna know a little bit more about that concrete to give me assurance that it's gonna be fine. What we agreed to is not microscopic testing, but we are gonna put in the specifications that the contractors to do full tests. Once they have the moisture mitigation layer done, they're gonna do it in some sample areas. Then they're gonna do full tests on that to see if there's good adhesion to the concrete. So it's gonna be a process where the contractor will be responsible for putting the material down. Also doing full tests, getting us the information on those full tests first, before they proceed with more areas. So we just want,
Will anybody else be there watching the full test, like, I, or
well,
hire
it's
a
not
plan or stick to come?
just the contractor, the testing lab that has to do
Oh, okay.
an independent testing lab. They will come out and do the test, they will certify the factor recommendations for that.
That's at a point in time, so maybe for the first 6 months, when we put the floor down, things would have been fine too. It's only a year later when that stuff started to show up, so. But it just gives me, that's always giving me thoughts and pause.
Well, it's the same cost for part I have. You're asking me to give you a solution. And
You know, what the real problem.
the manufacturer will say, yeah, it'll work fine. They want to sell their product, it'll work fine, it'll be fine. And then when it doesn't, it's back
So
on
there-
us.
This is something that's all.
And there's a lot of liability with that one. You get a lifetime from the manufacturer if it passes.
Yeah. But the problem could be with concrete, not with the product itself. And the problem with the concrete, that's a real mess.
You see where I'm a little, it's a
But
liability.
you're not the only one, that's all, you know, I've been thinking about the same thing. I'm supposed to problems with the concrete, but over something like marble or granite or something.
It's how you would never,
7 years.
it's true, but if it's continuing to have vapor drive through the concrete, that vapor drive has to stop.
Right.
And we have a similar project
Should,
in Brandsburg, where we're down there doing a $20 million renovation to Brandsburg Police because they had no vapor barrier under the slab. The final solution in Bradford is we cut the whole slab and we removed it. I mean, there's a vapor barrier now, and now I know that slab is good.
what was the cost of our AC?
Yeah.
They provide that, what would that cost?
There's vapor drive through the slab, which is making the adhesive fail. Also, the type of product.
Well, really, that's
The adhesive was biological, right? So we're not gonna.
Yeah.
So, in terms of, is there any, a coating on the floor that, you know, IVOC, coating on top of the slab that you could put?
That is
The
the
solution?
solution.
You have to cutting the slab.
Strip the floor, scarify the floor. Once you scarify the floor, then you put a moisture mitigation layer topical on top of the slab. The manufacturer can warranty that for the life of the installation for 99% humidity and vapor. It seals that top of the concrete.
So to me, that eliminates the need to take the concrete out.
It only works if it adheres to the concrete. So the whole test will make sure that you have a bonded system before we then put the adhesive in, before we put the floor.
Well, I'm assuming that the concrete is gonna be shot blasted, beat blasted, whatever, to get scarified, to get the, so you get the rough surface and get it to adhere, so, I mean, if it doesn't, okay, no one Okay. Doesn't work for any of us. That's
They
what.
need an inspection for concrete, but for the product, not just to make sure it's not abnormal, it's not different than.
Well, the petrographic testing gives you the microscopic makeup of the first quarter inch of that slab. Concerned about what's below it, the first quarter inch microscopically, it'll tell you if there are any chemicals in there that would inhibit the adhesion of the.
You can see that.
It's microscopic. And if you get too much, the concern with the testing is if you get too much information, all the manufacturers will then back away from the project.
Yeah.
And they will say, I'm not gonna warranty it. It may still work, but they're just not gonna warranty it. If you give them too much information, they're gonna start to run. It's a balance. But this is the approach based on our conversations with experts who have been doing this also. That there's enough information that we have that we can proceed in this manner, but the full tests have to be part of the project.
Well, that's the lead certification, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark wouldn't be happy, but I think this is gonna work rather than leave it work. Yeah, I know.
So if our fee is too low and you want it to be higher, just let us know, and we'll raise the. $35,000 a month. That's what's.
That's the fresh one.
So. Which is
Which,
most of the fee.
well, I think we need the extra assurance for that level of testing. I think that makes sense.
Well, he has it in there, that's the approach, I don't know.
That's the approach.
Is there anything else beyond the full test that would make you feel more comfortable?
The other one, let's just go back and pass it, but seriously, I think it's a.
Well, with 100,000 square feet,
Guys.
how you. You can't test everything. So you're gonna take representative sample. And then say that's your base.
We're gonna do the best we can with what we got. And that's really all we can do. I mean, you could go nuts. They put platinum and steel and all sorts of stuff down to be safe, but ridiculous.
I think this is a common sense approach.
Yeah.
It gives us the information we need. It gives us all of the information that we may need after the fact also. To claim a warranty, or claim that this is failed under warranty. We'll get the manufacturers involved in this whole testing and say, yeah, we're good.
Suppose, just for giggles, suppose when we had done this, it's hard to polish old concrete, so we would have had to put a concrete topping on top of that. Would this stuff have gone through a new layer of concrete that was,
You wouldn't have noticed it.
oh,
There's nothing to push, there's no.
oh yeah, it wouldn't,
You wouldn't
there's
notice,
no food for it.
right,
Right, yeah, right, because it's only because of the food.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
if you did that, it might look funny, but it wouldn't be giving you what you have now. There's nothing to react to.
So worst comes to worst, we can take this new stuff off, and polish the concrete. Have the most expensive floor in the state of Connecticut, in New England. All right, well, I think we're in a bind when it comes to mitigating the problem, so I think we're going the best way.
Well, if we're gonna get involved, I just wanna make sure we do it.
Yeah, no, I,
And we're doing what we need to do to
Yep.
give everybody here confidence that your money's being spent wisely.
you know. All right.
More good news, Brian. What's next?
Gone, the project is on.
I'm just thinking of the pensions flying out of Jason's tax dollars, that's all.
Now we don't have pennies to pay for it.
Right.
Right.
What are they gonna do with all the pennies that are around? Those are things I think about. Make them into bonds. Well, I mean, it makes sense not to charge 4 cents to make a 1 cent piece. That they don't even give you.
Roof flashing.
Yeah, oh, those architectural corners.
The quickets, right?
Melt them down. Yeah. All right, what's next?
Any questions for me?
I think he's run through his whole stable of projects.
Did I leave anything out?
Thank you for covering all that.
I'm just thinking if you're involved, there's a lot of stuff here, Brian.
And you do have a change order that you need to sign for the roof, town hall roof.
Right, I saw that.
You know, the application for payments.
We're
That's
gonna
all. That's it.
have a new system. We're gonna do everything
Yeah.
at once by project. Because we have
Great.
this much stuff.
Don't let me hold you up. I held you up.
No, that's good. Thanks for the,
Yeah.
good information.
And Steve, thank you for joining. Any more questions for him?
Are we good?
Keep folding,
Yeah.
Steve. Keep
Hey,
folding.
keep holding. Get her done.
All right, we appreciate the opportunity, guys. You have a nice evening.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Colombo approach.
If you could email me the change order signs this.
Sure.
Email me the final version. I just need a copy for the file.
Okay.
I don't need the original, just the.
A scan of the fully
The
executed
scan is
change
on.
order. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Brian.
All right, so what we're gonna do is just go through the order here, and then we're gonna do all the invoices at the end. It just makes it a lot easier, because this is a disaster. So the next is Board of Ed, middle school.
Actually, you have to go back, I think, to the elementary school upgrades. Number 5.
Oh, I'm sorry, I looked at Slap Moisture.
Yeah, well, he
Okay.
jumped all over.
Yeah, elementary school, HVAC upgrade.
So we have Patrick on the line.
Sorry, Patrick.
Yeah, sorry, Patrick. I know he's feeling under the weather too. Something going around. I think he caught it, so. You wanna?
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead. Go for
I'm
it.
joining tonight, but I was not part of the update meeting today. So I may need to lean on Doug and Mike for some specifics for today. But the general update is that they're working on the mains through the corridors. Some of the branch lines are going in. This for both schools I'm speaking to right now. They're not exactly at the same pace, but they're close to each other. I think we've gotten past all the hurdles and questions for any electrical gear at this point. It's been released. There's a disconnect, I believe, that we need to look at for is it Griswold? I think it was. Do you recall, Doug?
Yeah, Griswold is just about wrapped up. Hubbard's been finalized.
Yeah. Okay. So that should cause for that should be releasing all the electrical gear at this point, which is the main concern of the equipment. Trying to think of what else. I do have 2 change orders I'm looking at right now for Allstate. One was it's basically based on unit price closing up openings in some of the walls. And then the other one was rerouting the chilled water line, the new chilled water line, due to an existing gas line, buried gas line that wasn't on the original plans. So they've submitted to me a change order earlier in the week. My initial reaction was that it's kind of high. I need to kind of do a whole takeoff with the design team here on this. We're not talking an astronomical number, but it came in at over $6,000 for what looks like a 4-foot change. So that doesn't line up to me off the rip
Right.
here.
So then we don't have a change order for that.
No.
No.
And
I'm in the process of vetting that out.
And just to let you know, like the background is, there was electrical conduit and gas line that were outside, so they have to bump the, is it 2 lines that have to go out further and around them to get basically
Yeah,
outside the building?
it's the 2 chilled water lines that would have to be moved, from my understanding, because you got the supply and return.
So it's extra trenching, extra piping, extra just labor, whatever.
So it's like the cable classroom that we're talking about, the whole, they're talking about. Yeah.
So they weren't shown in any drawings, and even the code before you dig didn't know about it, because they're almost like an internal line that they ran outside to keep them out of the building, right, because of the pressure and the gas or whatever. So yeah, surprised.
Some rough numbers we got back, we locate those, this is still more for the building.
To have the contractor loop around them rather than us move the gas and electric.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 you're looking at right now, Patrick, that's.
Yeah, I'm in the process of vetting them out.
Yeah,
The other thing that came up earlier today that I wasn't able to respond to was there was an RFI issued that had been bad. It looked like it had been going back and forth for a little bit about some routing of the chilled water mains for Griswold. It looks like we're going to have to lower the ceiling grid 8 inches, and Allstate had called for a walkthrough with the architect and engineers. That was this morning. I didn't see it until this afternoon. I'm not exactly sure that we already got the response approval to lower the ceiling. And so I'm not sure what the point of the walkthrough is. I'm assuming that we may be impacting some wall mounted devices. Was that discussed?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Doug and I were there and they went through it, and they're almost like doing a, it's not the entire ceiling, Patrick.
Yeah.
It's going out where those 2, I guess it's two lines, and then they're gonna drop that 8 inches and then kind of angle up on a 45, and then the rest of the hallway would be, I guess from the lights over to the other side of the hallway are gonna be at the regular height. And I don't think there were too many interferences. The cameras was one thing you mentioned. And then all the signs have to be, dropped at the classrooms, and there's an exit sign, I think that might have to be dropped too. But nothing really, were there any enunciators or anything? I don't know.
Yeah, just minor ceiling.
But I think,
Access point.
yeah, I think Jeff said there were 2 things, and he said, well, those are dead or they're fine, whatever.
So it's stuck in the board.
Yeah,
It's, we're currently 8 feet. Stuck.
yeah, like an inch or 2 above
Yeah,
the door frames. Yeah, so Patrick, BL was there and Fryer was there. So BL, though, going from BL was taking notes and everything else. So I think they have enough information and understanding of what happened, and I think.
We have to check with local building
Yeah.
inspectors, make sure we're open.
Yeah, 7.2 seems lower than code.
Well, that's the question that Doug has.
See if I need a variance,
Yeah.
Oh, it would bring us down to 7.2. Is that what we're saying?
Parts of it will be 7'2", yeah.
That is pretty low.
Yeah, so maybe BL will have some sort of approach, I don't know.
Hmm.
The insulation, could that be reduced and, different, I don't know, I'm just.
They're challenging with it, they're struggling.
Okay.
Anyway, so I think the team knows what's going on, and they were all took measurements and looked up and down the hallway, so, and obviously Ursula was there too, Patrick, so, she's aware of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't, our paths hadn't crossed yet, so I hadn't had a chance to get an update from her. Yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at, unless there was anything else that was discussed during the meeting today.
Yeah, Griswold, I think they're gonna start excavating next week.
Yeah.
Or outside, and that was about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know you were saying that you guys are going to be looking at the financials towards the end of the meetings now.
Well, no, just for,
Yeah,
we don't know exactly what we're gonna do.
he should go over the Willard change orders, that are there. One of them is
Yeah.
for Newfield.
That's why I was bringing that up, because it could
Yeah.
be. It's not too complicated, but just some quick explanation kind of will settle things. So there's 2 change orders on the table for Willard. One's from Allstate, one's from Newfield Construction. They're both just to credit back the allowances that we did not use during the course of construction.
Right.
And the change orders, they're credit, not
Yeah, but their AIA change order forms,
Oh, they are, okay. Yeah, we gotta put it through.
So one is $24,000 for Newfield, they had 200 hours of premium time that they didn't use, so they credited that back to project. And then you guys had approved the PCO's last meeting. One was 101,000, and one was 5,000 and change for Allstate releasing back their allowances. So that totals, I think, 107, well, I can give you the exact number.
13,000.
But you had already approved that last meeting, so that's really just for you to sign.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there's a change order for the 24,000.
That will feel that's new, yeah.
That's brand new. The other one was $113,022.
Right, okay.
Discussed
Last
month.
meeting, and you guys voted on yes. So but the request was to get that in an AIA form
Right.
for you to sign, so that's already been, that will need a motion. That just needs a signature.
I think they already signed it.
Well, you signed the PCO,
That's what I signed.
yeah,
Now I gotta sign the AIA.
the cover, yeah, that will be, buttoned up to loose end.
Okay,
Okay.
So.
all right, we're good on those.
Yeah, that was actually something just for quick discussion. Do we need to bring the PCOs to the commission each time, or can we keep the PCOs with just the design team, and then once that's all vetted out, change it to the change order? I don't know what the
Well, I
thought-
think the reason it came in was we didn't have the AIA form, so we had to have, I mean, somebody brought something in so that we could look at something, or rather
Right.
than.
I think it was an FYI, and then it was in
Yeah.
form of a PCO, and then you guys actually did a motion.
Right, well,
so-
to
which was
try
nice.
and, yeah, speed up the process, but no, we don't if we have the AIA form, we don't need the PCO. You can
Yeah.
on that and keep your record,
Yeah.
it just did, I don't know how it came in, it just did.
And I would say, Patrick, unless there's a question, like if you're drawing from allowances and stuff, well, actually, that's a different story, but if there's a question, like something's a little bit tricky or unusual, then yeah, maybe a PCO could come run by the commission, but if it's
Yeah.
straightforward stuff, then I think go right to the AIA form and we'll save a step.
That's what I'm thinking that we should be doing
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah, because otherwise we'll have multiple steps and we're already talking about these twice, so.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right, yeah. I think
Okay. So we'll handle that way. And the Allstate Willard Pay app has been submitted, assuming that their credit PCO will be approved. So it includes their pay app for this month includes the credit already.
Okay, and yeah, I did see that.
So, and I think the other ones are self-explanatory. They're just progress payments.
Just regular, the normal payments, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but in the future, I don't know how we'll do it, it's just, there's 500 sheets of paper here that need signatures for about 7 different projects, so it just,
Yeah,
Well,
I think
and
we'll
everything
just-
got changed, so. I don't think you'll have an issue.
Yeah, and Patrick makes sure that the MEP, BL and Fryer go through like Save More and Allstate's
Right.
acquisitions and sign off on it, and
Right.
as does Newfield.
Which
So,
they've
yeah.
been doing all
Yeah, I
along,
know.
so yeah. Just good.
Yep.
All right, Patrick, I don't think we have anything else for you.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Mike,
Thank you.
Get some sleep.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Okay, the middle school science class.
Actually, let's go back to, still stay on the elementary. Sorry, this is important. The last meeting, you guys had asked for, on Willard, the chiller, for what noise equipment could be added to the chiller equipment, to the chiller themselves. And then Doug got, the specs and a number.
I saw that.
Yeah, the number's $130,000. Now
What is
that's
that, like a
installed.
little knit cap that goes on top of it?
Some big ass
Made out
baffle.
of-
Yeah, that's one option.
But here's the,
And then,
we don't even know what the noise is gonna be yet. We're just guessing that there's gonna be dollars for donuts, we're gonna need to do some sort of mitigation.
Everybody's looking better.
over with the chiller blowing up and making it over.
Hey, what's the tree for?
No, we want to more actually.
How about that guy on the side of the highway?
the state put those fences.
That's what we found out.
So it's for discussion and review. I mean, I talked to the guy yesterday about this whole thing. I said, this is what's happening, because he, wanted the noise study and all this, and the chiller is running here and there. He said, that's still running. I'm like, yeah, Doug explained to me, it still runs during the winter here and there, not during the winter, so it's still cool. Yeah, he's hearing it. So,
Does he call every time he hears it?
no, I just talked to him to give him an update, and he said, oh, by the way, why is it running? And I'm like, well, I heard from the
Annoy
city.
you, just tell him to annoy you.
When he's outside.
He lives up the street, he doesn't, hear it, so. it's gonna
Yeah.
be-
Anyway, so that's FYI. Doug got the information, got the number, which, you could say it's probably gonna go up, not down, but, it's there for
Yeah, I
you
mean,
to review.
I guess in the spring, we'll
Yeah.
see it, by then we'll see if the price went up or.
But I didn't know if you wanted to actually go, to get the noise study and do that first. That's something you just think about,
I think we have to.
Do the noise study first.
Yeah.
And then you get the DB, and then you can say,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we need
No,
to
but I
drop it
mean,
down
get the
10
pricing
or
is
5.
good to have, but-
If that guy moves, tells the house that somebody deaf.
I don't
you have
think he's
to-
moving. I don't think he's moving. I think he's settled. He's not that old.
I think we just need to get this done.
All right. Do you feel good? Come on. Anyway, so that's my only add into the elementary school, item. Oh, yeah, what is it, 2 weeks?
Like knit the soundproof, fabric.
May I move to McGee Middle School Science Classroom update, please? Hearing no reply, McGee Middle School.
On hold for funding.
Yeah, the request was for funding for the architect for the 80, so that's the next step, so the old back account to report on it. In the budget season coming up. That still hasn't been approved, 100 and shot.
I think it was 116, something for prior, yeah.
They were a little bit, so that.
And I did talk to Friars, the meetings, because they're doing Willard Griswold and Hubbard. And I said, will you hold your price? And they said, yeah, they're pretty flexible.
Well, we don't have anything here now today that's actionable. That's all,
No, you actually approved. You actually approved going ahead, and then the funding is.
Buddy, I have no paper.
No, nothing, nothing.
So that's just sort of on hold until.
Yep.
Okay. We went over the town hall and the library roof replacement.
Wait,
Good.
are we gonna talk about Jakunsky Hume's proposal for the slab moisture? I mean, it's $54,000.
Yeah.
Did you skip over that? Is that an action item?
I thought we were gonna do all that.
There's a-
action
Oh,
items.
it depends, okay, sorry, got it.
There's a
Okay.
proposal.
That's all right. No, I see what he's
I'm gonna
doing.
do all action items, just
Okay.
blow right through them. We're gonna talk about this stuff.
Okay,
Otherwise, yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna be given motions in seconds, so make sure you clear your throats.
all right, got it, I got the program.
Okay, library roof replacement, community center, 9 air, we talked about that. The pump, okay. What's that? Yeah. Timberland Golf Course.
Bart, I heard you were there.
I was out there last week. They
What'd you
started the front nine, they basically dug out all the bunkers. They probably poured half of them, and I guess in the last week, they've actually put some sod and sand in them, so they should pretty much have done, I think, with the front nine. And I just told them just to watch out digging around by the brook during the winter, because you're probably gonna lose, a couple bunkers. Because if they have heavy rains or somebody trucks, so I said, don't worry about the one down by the river so much. If you want to start them, start up on top of the hill, it's like. But they're doing a good job. They found all the drain outlets. I explained.
Oh, they did find them?
Yeah, I explained to Jim how his bunkers not work. He thought they were both went out and going across the way. I said, no, there's pipes and the drains all this stuff up, so. Now,
Pipes weren't clogged, they were.
They cleaned them out where they were clogged up. They got rid of all the vermin and all the animals
Oh, wow.
that were in there.
Relocated, not got rid of them.
Oh, that's
Don't
right.
get rid of it.
They were-
They found a home somewhere.
I know they.
My dog could have gotten rid of all. They were in the woods.
So the mice get in and make nests.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Contract.
We donated them all to you. 77 rounds.
I even got out the bridges too, we talked about the bridges and showed what problems here with the bridges. The riprap next down to basically the side of the brook. So when the floods, it goes up, they can't pass through the bridge, so it'll go around and closes the course. So I told Jim, he's got a wide nose roads up, so the flood can go through.
Probably
the new
raise them
stuff.
out a little bit.
Not so much raising, it's
Just give them the space.
just wide spout. Yeah.
Yeah, Saul said that AI Engineers has been there,
Yeah.
I think twice, and they're gonna be preparing some kind of approach, I think you had mentioned AI. and I'm working with them on a bridge on Edgewood Road, so yeah. Reputable company, and you guys worked with them on the McGee thing, and, you know, too, so. They're on call, aren't they, with you too? Yeah.
Let's move on to.
Yeah, so Saul's, yeah, he's moving, yeah, they're gonna, I think they're gonna, and also I think AI said there's a more streamlined Army Corps permit process that they had mentioned with, and they just got an Army Corps permit for us, for Edgewood Road, which was great, because I thought that was gonna take years.
Army Corps is not a problem, it's the states that.
Well, Deep will then come in,
There's no
yeah,
environmental, don't worry about environmental.
yeah, so, but you're right about the hydraulic openings, you know, yeah, they gotta, it's like, they're pinch points, right?
And they can, that means the courts can stay open longer, so you spend a little more money to put
Yeah.
a wider bridge in.
Yeah.
So,
And I also asked them about like what, as far as the bridges themselves, we're talking about abutments and the hydraulic opening. And they're still, it seems like they're still on the concrete side, favoring the
well, I
concrete.
told them, if they go and make a boat shape, gonna hit the bridge. So they've gotta do something that's gonna let that water.
Yeah, well, I think they're talking about concrete decks, but the
Right.
abutments, they could angle back like you're talking about, and maybe put them behind, you know, at the top of the bank or something. Yeah, which is what you.
And we went over the loading, because they don't need all H20 bridges. They can, they put 1 or 2 H20, and they just can wipe them out for the, for the cars, so they don't have to go big bucks for all 5 or 6 bridges.
Yeah, good. So,
That's like
there
a
you
shop
go.
project for
Give us some direction.
for the high school.
Only took me an hour.
Carpentry lessons.
How much do they owe you?
Piece of cake, correct? You put water chart.
Bill.
All right,
Project manager.
Yep.
splash pad.
I just want, before anyone starts on the subcommittee, you know, the reviews and all that, I got a text, the Parks and Rec Commission have recommended Weston and Sampson unanimously. And that was the group that was selected by the selection committee. you
Right,
know, So,
I heard that, yeah.
yeah, so
That it was-
they just texted me saying that's formally approved by their commission. And now it comes to you guys.
Anybody have any objection to accepting them, based on what I heard?
Tom and Steve can give you a.
You're not allowed to talk.
That's why I just raised my hand.
Okay. No, seriously, haven't you?
No, I was there.
Yeah, I know.
And the selection committee, I got all the ranking, the spreadsheets, and it was all unanimous.
Yeah, they.
So, and there were 6 people, there were Steve, Tom,
Right,
Lucas and Donna from the commission, and then Woody and Jen from Parks and Rec and Public Works. So there were 6 people.
let's show our cooperation and I just-
Okay.
we need a motion to recommend
I
it.
believe you do.
And I need a motion to recommend.
I make a motion to recommend.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Okay, one last question. Are you recommending a contingency on top of their, I think it's.
As always.
Yes.
Yeah, 10%, 15%, 20%, what do you want? It's a
I,
big number right now,
Design fee, 50.
365.
Yeah, 15, it's really in the process.
Yeah,
yeah,
design 50.
15? Okay. All right,
we had the numbers, I would say 10% of hard cost, but that's a banker talking stuff.
yeah. Well, I have
So
those.
let's say 15%, that's good.
Okay. All righty.
All in favor? Well, with the
Well-
15% contingency.
Yeah,
Anybody opposed? Okay.
all right, thank you very much.
Progress. Thanks for going to that, by the way.
Yeah. Educational.
I was replacing a broken slop sink pump. Yes. Saved myself probably $1,000 though. Trying to get a contractor up at Cape Cod to get it, didn't it? Track replacement for Scott Wheel Field.
What? Yeah, hang on. This is quick. Warnings were done last week. We're waiting for the report.
Yeah.
So has geology changed any in the last?
We found gold in there.
We don't have the report yet.
Oh, okay, I'm just curious between the school, the track, I'm just wondering.
I think it was core through the track.
It's
Yeah.
saying New Year.
Oh, God,
We'll find out, Tom.
thank you. Who did it, Welty?
Down to earth.
Okay.
I think Welty, I don't think he submitted a.
Yeah. It's down there.
Yeah, he'll come through for you once in a
No,
while.
down there.
Yeah.
Sageport lighting, and then there's a handwritten, I don't know who wrote this, please. 2 invoices used, MUSED.
Must go.
Anyhow, Sageport lighting. Update.
It looked good. I was at football practice while we were testing them out. Those fields were very well illuminated.
Yeah, we had a chance to see, maybe a couple photos just to show you the backdrop. We got the testing reports done. The warranty, the O&M, the closeout was issued, so the project's 100%. We have those 2 invoices. Very impressive system, very happy to work with. Their subcontractors, we does all their work, Northeast pretty much. So far, all the coaches were out there.
It definitely, I live on Worthington Ridge, and every night, depending on the clouds and whatnot, you can see the sky's lit up over it.
Well, I thought that was.
Yeah. It's much less, but I've been looking for it ever since I knew they were gonna do that, and it's noticeable. What's not noticeable is the same sounds the guy going.
Hear the noise. Maybe we have to do.
Oh, but yeah, at least I know it's not Tony Letizio. I heard him for years.
PA system working.
Everyone is working on it. It's a better PA system than my first in town, I can tell you that. Or in fact, now the diction is clear. I can hear the words and the names of the kids and their numbers. I just can't see it now because the glow is way down. Oh, it's, they use the adjective before your name.
Yeah,
No, they don't. It's actually more Sundays early in the morning.
10 o'clock.
Yeah. But it's more prevalent at practices at night. Yeah. As soon as the traffic goes down on the ridge, then all of a sudden.
So. I used to live on the corner of Lower Lane, Peter Park.
Oh, you're.
Yeah.
All right, new business. Yes, we have a list of meeting dates for 2026.
I made handouts for everybody. I don't know.
Too early for those?
I mean,
Unbelievable. They're on me.
Oh, yeah.
And she's been on, I guess,
That's the day.
yes, I don't do paper.
Oh, here. But yeah, your ethic thing, make sure you don't get in the life within a year relationship. Did you really? What are you doing? Yeah. So we're. Like.
Well, the fact that I was there, you know, was carrying on.
We got one? Bart, you got one? Okay. Doug, you got one?
Sure, Steve.
Well, you can have it.
Yeah, let's meet.
Should I give one to
in,
Mike?
July.
His letters there that says, looks good to me, and I put the calendar there so that you all see where that circled the second Thursday of every month.
This year.
Well, I mean, do we have an opportunity, maybe not need a meeting in August or something?
Yeah.
Just get something in the summer.
This thing possibility.
I mean, I wouldn't, no, we should do it at the end because I wouldn't wanna, take anything away from the recording secretary.
You do a special meeting.
So anyhow,
If you cancel a meeting, it's no problem. It's better to leave it on there.
Oh, that's true, yeah, you always have the
yeah,
cancel.
you asked for that one. I took that one right in the chop. All right, senior center parking lot.
Yes, well, now that you guys have done one parking lot, and guess what? I think it was a success, from what I keep hearing from you guys. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, are all the lights done? Not all that done yet? Yeah.
Those lights, at Willard, I mean, they're like stadium lights at this point in time.
We might get Mustang to do a retrofit with, you know.
That's a little. About the noise and the-
I shut it down there, they go blind, and I almost ran off the road because I couldn't see anything.
So,
Where is the building we put in the parking lot, as a public building, with comments about that?
no, nothing.
Yeah, put it in.
So, the background, is anyone else online? No?
No,
Okay, fine. The background is, on this is that Arosh, when he was here, the seniors were complaining that the handicap, well, this is the existing, here. No, the handicap were here and there was some limited light, whatever, mobility one, van, spaces here. They only had a couple of, 3 handicap spaces in front of the building. So Arosh was, at the senior center, got, the folks there to say, they were basically saying, can you move some closer to the building? You know, can you replace some standard spaces in front of here? Turns out the housing authority has 21 reserved spaces, so all these are kind of like taken. So Arosh asked us to basically look at some low-cost improvements to see if we can help out. So then we got,
We have no dominion over the housing authority?
they actually own the property. And they're sort of in control, the whole thing was given to the housing authority back in '70.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we don't.
So we have to get their permission to do any parking.
Yeah, in fact, this was run by them. So this plan here was vetted by Joe Brodrowski and the housing authority, you know, and we actually wanted to do more in the front, and it turns out, whatever, we got comments back. So this plan reflects their comment. So basically what it did was moved 4 handicap spaces here, an extra one, just by restriping with the new ADA hatching. They actually had too much hatching, you know, like there's an 8, the 8 foot versus you can do the double back with the. Yeah, so, anyway, so and we also got 16 more spaces, and then we had an engineering firm come in, do a conceptual layout. This has a price tag of about $175,000, that does not include more design, survey, and P&G reviews and all that. Anyway, so we wanted to run this by you guys, because Ryan might be talking to the town council at the next meeting, and they always ask, have you run this by the PVC? So, well, we're just getting ahead of it, in case this happens.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send you an email with the PDFs, but I wanted to just floor it out here to, see if maybe Bart has some.
My question is,
Where's your spot?
does the housing commission have authority to dictate where the handicap goes? Because the handicap are supposed to be in the most accessible spaces.
Right,
Yeah.
And I keep seeing how they can reserve spaces in lieu of the handicap space.
I can't either.
Well, they actually have 21 reserved spaces, and then the handicap are in front, and we added another one in that strip.
They probably meet the minimum requirement.
Yeah.
You take total amount of parking spaces, 1 per 25.
Yeah.
And that's probably the minimum that you can put.
Well, they need to have an extra handicap parking space with us adding more spaces as the ratio will change?
I think we're okay with the ratio. I'd like to add more if we could, but this was meant to be just like a low cost shift them closer, and then that was done.
They're over here.
Yeah, right, they were over here, and he
Over
was
here.
sprinkled around, so now they're here with a sidewalk going across.
Saying is, let's take the building, okay, or how many spaces you have in this parking lot, you know?
Total is on the table here, yeah.
85. So you need 4 handicap parking spaces, so as long as you got 4 handicap spaces in there, which you do, you should be okay. You
Yeah,
can put the extra spaces in it, but for as long as it's there.
yeah,
That's what you told me.
yeah. So I'm gonna send an email with the PDF, because I just wanted to float it by you guys, in case it gets referred back to the commission. So you're forewarned, and Ryan asked me to do this. You don't want to buy this.
All right, for Ryan.
Are you gonna overlook the whole parking lot, just use spaces?
Oh, no, it would just, well, we'd have to take a look at the condition, but no, that's not in the number. It's like, the ground number is 175, what?
That's just that.
That's restricted.
Yeah, and you had, the total count goes up 16, but you shift 4, actually 5 closer to the entrance with a new sidewalk in there. It's really, I mean, to me, it would be better to have more handicap spaces because of the population. So maybe that's for final design.
Well, that's what you, when you look at around, you see.
Yeah,
they're all-
yeah, well, there is some removal of some bushes and stuff and then cutting into a landscape island, but it really is low cost. Not big. But-
Tell them to allow the Little League to put some lights up down the field and we'll use it.
Yeah,
Moscow.
okay, there we go. Deal on the table.
The handicap,
So,
Would be awesome.
you've been forewarned. You're now in the parking lot business
Awesome.
with your success. Don't even start.
make sure the soundproofing, please.
Okay, sound dampening, yeah. Roofing is a little at the high bar. We'll dampen it. Okay.
Okay, old business, Patterson Way site.
We've done all we can, and Ryan is trying to set up a meeting with the Y.
So we've gotta still negotiate the.
Yeah, I don't know, the Y seems a little, I don't know
Agreement
if
in
they're a
principle,
little,
which means a disagreement in fact.
I don't know, I think maybe they're talking about, oh, this is gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the deal making is starting.
Oh, yeah. I'm afraid to ask.
No, this is good news.
Berlin High School closeout staff.
The audit is finished, and the town is getting almost $4 million.
Holy, we could pay for the floor.
Downstairs in Board of Ed found some requirement that they actually met that wasn't factored into like the calculations on how much money would be coming back from the state. So
I'm gonna write a letter to the guy that said he's dead. He said that, I heard that this high school was $25 million over budget. What's going on in the town? Big, and they printed it on the front page of the paper. Jim's ears were beat red.
Yeah,
Somebody should tell Jim that we get $4 million. He'll be very happy.
$4 million, yeah. So, and that's been
Wait,
circulated.
that
number.
came when, yesterday?
The money was put in the bank Wednesday.
How much has been spent already?
Nothing.
How much is actually
How
funded
much
on
is
top of
allocated?
what we're coming back?
They're talking about.
If,
Hey,
how much
this
is
guy.
actually, how much is actually fine? Give her 10% of whatever she finds.
Whatever, I don't
My
know.
recommendation.
Yeah,
I say the PBC gets a claim on some of that. Some of that goes into the
That's-
back.
yep. We can,
You know, the cabinet in the back that I've been looking for.
yeah, I know, no. I think the town has other ideas for that money, but anyway. So,
That is good.
so we can keep it on,
Wow.
or we can take it off to the next agenda, because it's
No,
that
keep
done.
it on, just.
You want to just
keep
enjoy
talking
it?
about it.
Maybe
Well,
Don, maybe when
Don,
Don.
well, I wanna just, yeah, make him. See what
Okay,
you missed
we'll keep it on.
We'll came out, and we got $4 million.
Well, it's
It's like we'll say, I won't come to any other meeting.
if they put the fishing veil in it.
Yeah. So however, what,
I'm gonna go get pardoned. Oh, I know that.
but the record keeping,
I am.
yeah,
It is that old.
Oh, so maybe she can pardon.
Yeah, so like.
It's not right.
but the record keeping during the project and after the project played in, because Kevin got all this, he has everything PDF, by the way, he told me he has all that stuff if we ever need it in the future. Cause we're gonna shred all that stuff, unless you guys decide you don't wanna do that.
I think we should
Have a shredder
laminate
party.
it and then decorate the hall.
That would be,
PVC came in $4 million under budget.
Personally, I'm spent $1,000.
And we'll have a little recording of that.
yeah.
All the trips and all the stuff that we.
So there you go, good news.
I think of that every time I see Ferguson's truck on the Berlin Turnpike, putting up those damn lights.
Maybe,
Is there a front page?
All right, the back.
That's up.
Right. Now we're getting into the business end of the meeting.
Oh, no, I don't think
I tell you what, we can.
I make it all, I make the motion. Can we do it that way? Does that work?
I think we have, at least it would kill me. Maybe you want that, I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna go through these and we'll just hit them and knock them out of the way. This is Doug's letter to the PVC about the cost of the little woolen hat going on top of the chiller, so no need, no
No action
required. We have an invoice from Fryer, professional services through 10/31, substantial completion from edits and closeout of emails for Willard, $180.
Is that, rolls that out completely?
No, yes, I think it does. But
Yes, it is.
what's the balance, 0?
No, I'm sorry, they have $180 to go.
Okay.
99.
Well, the answer is not yet.
All in favor? What's today's date?
13,
Thank you.
November.
I went in to vote early, filling the thing out, and there's 6 people in the voting thing, and me, and I was the youngest person in the room. So I'm just reading this thing, and it says date, and I blanked out, didn't know the date, so I got, and some gentleman looks at me and goes, "Can I help you, sir?" I said, "Yeah, what the hell date is it?" And he laughs, it's 13. I said, "Yeah, see, you retire and you forget all this stuff. I don't even know what day it is."
Yeah.
They were howling laughing. "Oh, I do the same thing." Great, I'm in charge of all the votes. Don't worry, you'll get there.
I'm halfway there.
All right, now I have an invoice from SES for Willard. It says commissioning services.
Yeah.
$750.
Motion to move. Second.
And that is done. On Willard, there's nothing left.
Guys.
Tom, me, Bart.
Meeting.
You gotta watch these guys.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we do
What
that?
I do, one, two.
Yeah.
Who wants to be in charge of approving, making a motion on every one of them? Steve. Who wants the second all the next ones? Rocco.
That's
Okay.
Speaking up on all of them.
Then I have the invoice for Brookfield Construction.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. The first one.
It's fine.
Application number 21, $2,747, $24,000 to finish.
No, well, that's the credit.
That's the credit. So
Yeah,
that
so
would-
that's, yeah.
That's,
The credit change order is after that, or?
Wait a minute. Filled out, right?
It's not EAA.
No. Well, the AIA will have the
It says
credit.
increase the credit to 417,500. I don't think this is the change order.
No, the change order, that's a separate AIA form.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
This is an application for payment.
right.
yes, but you said there's $24,000 left.
Balance to finish plus retainers, $24,000.
Well, the whole idea is we have 24,000.
But that, We're gonna get that, yeah, but according to this.
Yeah.
$24,000.
So that change order,
Subsequent to this, the change order one will credit us back.
I think
Just
that
prove the math.
we might need just one more application to close it out, if that doesn't
Yeah,
affect it.
you're gonna
right?
need, you're gonna
Yeah.
need one, yeah, because it was a change order form, you're gonna need an AIA form.
After, tried to explain that before he hung up, left us. He tried to explain something to you.
It wasn't that, it was, we'll get it, no big deal, no big deal. This is Allstate Construction's application for payment. Looking for that Willard School. $132,965.89.
And do they have a balance with that?
This zeros them out, this is the final payment. Final payment, gets them right to zero.
Second.
All in favor? Stephen Rocco.
Jason.
That's right, Steve can't do it. I mean, Rocco can't do it.
No, it's all state.
All state. First and second.
I'm screwing up my system.
You won't sit there, so.
I had all things Willard School.
I know, but they're,
Operator.
we do have an AIA
Right.
document for the change order, it's just a different AIA document. Anyhow, I'll go over that with you after the meeting. I know, I'm going through the ones we've already approved, this is for the $113,000.
Right.
Need to do that. Okay, I have an invoice from Fryer for Griswold for professional services, $2,450. And they're 30% complete. Motion?
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And I have an invoice from BL Company, yeah.
Yeah.
For Griswold Land Services, $4,375. What's that?
They're the one who they asked.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, no, so far, come on.
Well, nobody, if,
There's somebody, nobody knows where
if, you called the dig and they missed it, what the heck?
he's got to put it.
Actually, see, yeah,
Got to put it.
Yeah.
BL, it's only.
All right, need a motion for that?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Hope somebody adds over the frame.
An invoice from SES for Griswold for $3,560. It's their first invoice. Now it takes them through, October, Halloween, October 31st. All in favor?
Aye.
Allstate Construction application. Application number 2, this is for Griswold. Through 10/31, $82,920.75. Signed by all appropriate parties.
Make a motion.
Including Patrick. Motion,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Voice from Fryer, Hubbard, commissioning, coordination of submittals, an Eversource meeting, Zoom meetings, on-site job meetings, $3,062.50.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
DL Laboratories for Hubbard. Again, October 31st. MEP submittal review, blah, 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 reviews, attendance reviews, $6,875.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Save more, cooling and heating for Hubbard. Wow, the numbers don't add up. Anyhow, looks like they built us one before. Oh, yeah, they had a, I don't remember seeing anything before, 97,000, the first one?
Oh, it's over the other two.
Yeah, 9.7 before, yeah.
It was, okay.
We made them up here, right?
I think we did, yeah. Unless, did they have, I thought they did, one last time. I'll look on the minutes.
Okay, well, it says here they did. This one is for $116,482.50 for public.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, you gotta be out. This is from Newfield. Their, regular monthly payment, $25,000, $25,707.78.
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor? And Rocco abstains.
Just to let you know, the last meeting you approved an invoice from Save More for 48,000, and I think they had 20,000 and change the first one. This is record
okay.
number 3. So the
Yeah,
97.
they don't have numbers on their record.
Oh
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Requisition
yeah,
price,
it's right
sorry.
there, yeah.
Okay,
So,
and if it's 20 and 48.
oh no, actually,
The math still stinks, because they
Yeah.
did it with 97,270.
no, you did both. You did 1 and 2 at the last meeting.
Okay,
48 and change and 48 and change. So,
all right, attached is from,
okay, that makes sense. Good. Minutes come in handy.
so the order they're in. This is the Berlin High School flooring replacement. It's a proposal from JHA. Quincy Jones, which Brian spoke about before, for $54,000. All in favor?
Second.
Oh, sorry.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bart, 1,
Bart and
Tom, 2.
To, Chikunsky Hume's proposal.
High school floor.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna say a dollar figure? or just-
54,000.
54,000.
It's their proposal.
Their proposal,
Yeah.
accepting their proposal, it's not a
It's
payment.
not, it might not be in your invoice folder. It is? Okay.
Yep.
They don't even do 15. No, what's that?
That was,
Nope.
okay.
Okay, we have an invoice from WJE for the Berlin High School flooring services, professional services. This is through September 28th. $2,354.21.
I'll say
All in favor?
it.
Okay. Payment applications for all seasons. For the town hall, First one is dated, October 16th, the second one's November 13th. The first one is for $243,384.02, signed by Brian. Talked about this before, so they're both passed.
Oh, yeah.
So that includes, that's town hall, that includes the change order?
No, I think the second one does.
Second one.
Yeah, that's what we gotta talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is through October 16th. The next one is for November. She'll have to change it, I hope. Anyhow, I need,
Yep, make a motion. I'll second.
all in favor? Okay. Now we have a second application for all seasons dated November 13th. $149,856.59.
I just want to include all the sheets.
I think it includes, if you look at change orders, Tom, it should have a $54,000 and change, and this is where Doug and I were talking, the town council,
It says net change by change orders, $56,340.48.
right, so,
Budget, so.
well, there's two ways you can go. Subject to, and that way we get it signed, and then we go to council, and then we can,
Well, but we have to get subject to
town council.
any reductions they provide us. Because they're gonna discuss it.
Right. Ah, you know what?
Someone's gonna review it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I guess I've done, if it's all that much, I won't sign it. We'll just.
well, you could also do the base amount and not do the change order.
Based on change order.
I have no argument with that, and,
I mean, cause it's, I mean, I think that's
Yeah.
fair to everybody, I mean,
Yeah.
covers for what they have, and that way we don't get into any quibbling, and we also don't go over budget yet until we go to council,
Right.
more important.
My feeling is, we have no choice.
Well, no, but I think we,
What are they gonna do, say?
no, but I think, but appropriately,
Did the work
we,
already.
but understood, but I think for everybody's purposes, I think we agree with the base contract,
Right.
and we don't, we abstain or hold off on the
So I'm
change
thinking if
order.
they want their money, I'll around, so I'll come in and sign something. Town
like I
council
said,
approves
do
everything. Just
you
email
want them
everybody.
to resubmit application two with the change order out of it? Or you wanna just, like, can you modify that? Like, you just,
Why, 'cause
okay, right.
I would.
Yeah.
So we can make a motion for approve application to.
The base amount, less the, the change.
Change order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
And then Brian can
the fairest thing for everybody's sake, I mean,
Yeah.
we could have
Yeah.
it submitted. So that's holding them up. for-
Let's do that for the wording. We'll say, we'll approve it subject to deduction. So it goes to the base amount and then a submission of the change order. Guess whenever, if provided the town council accepts it.
Town council has too
Well, I
much
would,
choice.
I would just do it without, I would do it without the change order, I just, approve the base amount, and then they come back with a change order for next, I mean, just to keep it cleaner for all of us.
I vote
That was my
that we
suggestion.
pay the base contract amount of all seasonings contract.
I second.
All in favor? Okay.
That way, it's just cleaner for all
We'll
of
wait
us.
for
We'll
them
just-
to negotiate the number down and then we'll bring.
And then also go.
Okay, so the change order might not be, like, I get it, because it won't be the 56, it'll be 56, yeah.
But also, it also gives
That's a
us
lot of
extra-
sheets.
It is what it is. I don't want, they deserve whatever they deserve, I agree with that, but that being said,
Yeah, well, it sounded like he was,
10 or 20
Yeah.
sheets, one thing.
I agree, there was another.
Could you feel
Yeah,
sorry?
just walking down to the ceiling.
I was here with Mike looking down at that, on pretty much the day they were.
it was back, you know,
And
the
the
day,
whole back.
the day you showed it to me, I showed it to him.
Cottage wood. I mean, chocolate block full of rotted wood. All beautiful. And
I mean, one thing. Just be fair, I mean, look, I mean, give me
they're working, they're just slats. I mean, it was, and the work was well done, without a doubt,
not disagreeing, it's,
but there was a lot of damage.
Fine.
I just have,
So it's like
you think the shingles failed, because that shouldn't.
Actually, a rough flat.
You're looking at flat over.
These are early.
Old, I mean, you know, this is 35 years.
They're old, that's like ancient, that's like that.
Invoice from Jakunski Fumes, roofing and related work, $1,280.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is the change order document. So resubmitted with an appropriate amount. We'll send you to negotiate, yeah?
Well, you know what, in a way, it helps us to the town council, because it's
Yeah.
not 20 grand more, it could be some number less than that. That will help
And we just start.
steps one. Yeah.
We're not gonna get a discount on the labor, because they had to do the work. If they didn't get a discount on the sheets of plywood, which I see doubt they did, we're sort of stuck.
And you're gonna just get that kickback.
You know what?
Oh, yeah. From the Carolinas, and just Southern Pine.
This is a memo from Doug. It's from Doug about the cost of the unit he wants to replace from Train. And there's no cost on it.
I think it's a lot.
There's a lot.
Well, there's two costs.
30,000.
I tried to highlight the date on each proposal.
Oh,
Oh, this is the short, a little. Yeah.
oh, you want to split salami, show me one for 7,500.
You got it, Doug?
There it is, $107,044.69.
And then you have the safety fund too, right? You got that too?
That was the little one.
Yeah, the little one, yeah, that's 7588, but
Are we making a recommendation to give this to the town council? To do this? Is that what we're being asked to do?
The little one was only approved 5 times in the town manager, which is pretty good.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's,
So we need a recommendation to submit to town council the cost of a train unit at $107,044.69 to be due early and then hopefully installed by whoever the future contractor is. Correct, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Let's go lighting. Ooh,
yeah.
53. We have 2 invoices. Do the first one. First one is for $223,486.55. Materials for the Sage Park lighting. I remember that's what those are the materials, and now. So we need that application approved. 223,486.55.
Make the motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And then the second one is for installation, $53,913.45.
Make the motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Both fields are one field.
You need an action on this change order.
Softball, baseball, and what we did take on that. That's submitted for the year.
Yeah, we do that. Do you have the change order for new feet? That the feet out? Forget if that was last. It looks like this.
That Willard.
Yeah, it's basically an easy one because it's a credit,
I know, yeah, I did see it.
yeah. Geez,
Not allowed to give new fields feedback.
No, you can't do that, you can't do that. Trust you to go from your car to the safe.
I don't bring matches here.
It's 113, yeah.
3 of those.
Can we use your copy, Lisa?
It'll be the last one.
Look at that.
This is the first one.
There it is, 24 grand.
$24,000.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just one page and there's 3 copies for him to sign.
Yeah. Yeah, which means it's
It's
triple,
just
it's just,
one
Oh, shit,
page.
yes, one
Yeah.
page. There's 3, yeah, I see those.
right. Oh, sorry, yeah, keep your system going.
That's my impression.
I believe you do. Change order.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Rocco abstains. Rocco doesn't want the town to accept $24,000 back to the employer.
Comes straight out of my.
And you like it, right?
That's right.
Looking at a bonus that he's going by to Mr. Curley. You can take that up with Mr. Curley. We have.
Time with you guys here.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's your meeting?
Tom, one thing from old business, I'll say that something. The, I'll say it's on a value sheet form. Oh, yeah, should be, and are you comfortable with my guy throwing out the, you know, insurance to fill it out? Want to have an issue form.
Hey,
We missed it last time.
I,
Whoever should sign it, I don't know whether the state wants it from, you guys or some.
It's approved that they did the work and what we thought of it.
Yeah, I pursue those all the time.
I do.
yeah.
Much
Or,
if they have.
The town is filling.
Yeah, I would say that it's better someone than you guys in a position.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and you're right, Rob, you do them all the time, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's especially. Oh, you have to ask for them, oh, okay, yeah.
I'll motion we adjourn.
Whoa, look at that,
Yeah.
Pete's on the S.
not gonna do it.
my time here.
No.
For a second.
40,
Right.
40.
Oh, 80 grand.